Breaking developments are unfolding in the Middle East. Thousands of US troops, including the elite Delta forces, have reportedly been deployed near Iran. This is not a routine operation. Analysts are calling it one of the most serious deployments in recent years. But what does this mean for global stability, regional politics, and the lives of ordinary citizens? In this video, we'll break down every aspect: troop movements, the units involved, Iran's potential response, and the broader global implications. Over the last decade, tensions between the US and Iran have been steadily rising. Economic sanctions, proxy conflicts, and political disputes have created a fragile environment. With this latest deployment, the stakes appear higher than ever. Delta forces, the US military's most elite unit, are trained for higher-risk, precise operations. Their presence signals that the US is preparing for scenarios far beyond standard military posturing, whether it's intelligence gathering, rapid response, or deterrence. The message is clear: the situation is being treated with utmost seriousness. Military experts emphasize that these deployments are strategic. Each movement, each positioning of troops, is calculated to protect key interests, reassure allies, and deter potential aggression. The broader Middle East is watching closely. Countries like Iraq, Kuwait, and Qatar are monitoring developments, aware that any escalation could shift alliances and impact regional security. Even global markets, particularly oil prices, could be affected by these troop movements. And yet, uncertainty remains. Iran's response is unpredictable, and past incidents show that even small missteps can lead to serious escalation. Today, we'll examine why experts warn that the next few days could be crucial for both regional and global security. If this deployment escalates into conflict, what could the global impact be? Could diplomacy still intervene, or are tensions reaching a tipping point? While this is just the beginning of our analysis, experts warn that what happens next could happen faster than anyone expects, and the consequences could be global. The deployment includes elite units, such as Delta forces and specialized rapid response troops. These units are not only highly trained but operate with sophisticated equipment designed for high-risk missions. Analysts note that Delta forces specialize in precision strikes, covert operations, and intelligence collection. Their presence indicates that the US is preparing for multiple scenarios, from strategic deterrence to potential combat operations. The US has reportedly positioned these troops near key strategic points close to Iran's borders. This is no coincidence. Analysts emphasize that geography, terrain, and proximity to critical infrastructure all play into the US military's calculations. Military experts explain that these deployments serve several purposes simultaneously: deterrence, showing strength to prevent hostile actions; readiness, preparing for potential rapid response missions; signaling, communicating to allies and adversaries the seriousness of the US's stance. The technology and logistics involved are staggering. Night vision operations, advanced communications, and coordinated troop movements across multiple bases indicate careful planning. What would you do if you were an Iranian official observing these deployments? Would you respond militarily or pursue diplomacy? And while the US prepares, analysts warn that Iran's response could be decisive and unexpected. To understand the significance of this deployment, we need to look at history. The US has frequently moved elite units into the Middle East over the past 2 decades, often at critical moments in regional conflicts. Delta forces have been central in high-stakes operations, from counter-terrorism missions to precision strikes. Their previous deployments often coincided with escalations or strategic signaling to adversaries. History shows that US troop surges near Iran can escalate tensions quickly. Past incidents have ranged from minor standoffs to major confrontations. Analysts note that these events often involve complex political calculations, sometimes preventing conflict, other times intensifying it. This historical lens helps us understand current developments. While the stakes are high today, the patterns of military signaling, rapid deployment, and strategic positioning are familiar, but the context is different. Political tensions, regional alliances, and technological advancements all change the dynamics. History may guide us, but experts warn that today's situation has unique factors that could alter outcomes in unexpected ways. Iran has responded with heightened alerts and military exercises. The nation is closely monitoring US troop movements, aware that miscalculations could have serious consequences. Neighboring countries, including Iraq, Kuwait, and Qatar, are also on high alert. Any escalation could affect alliances, trade routes, and energy markets. Even minor incidents can ripple across the region and the world. Iran's leadership faces a delicate balancing act, responding firmly without triggering a broader conflict. Analysts emphasize that military signaling, strategic exercises, and public statements all play into this complex calculus. If tensions escalate, what could be the immediate impact on civilians in the region? Could diplomacy prevent a larger crisis? Some analysts warn that the next few days could determine whether this situation escalates into a larger conflict. This deployment has global implications. US allies in Europe and Asia are watching closely, considering both security and economic consequences. Experts caution that even minor miscalculations could escalate rapidly. Strategic signaling is key. Troop movements, military exercises, and diplomatic messaging all send important signals to the region and the world. Beyond the military sphere, the economy is sensitive to these developments. Oil prices, trade routes, and investor confidence could all be affected. Analysts emphasize that in today's interconnected world, local conflicts can have far-reaching consequences. The critical question remains: how will diplomacy intersect with these military movements, and can escalation be avoided? There are several possible scenarios. Diplomatic resolution. Tensions de-escalate through careful negotiation, limited military action, precision strikes or small-scale confrontations. Broader escalation. A series of incidents could spiral into a larger regional conflict. Experts highlight that timing and perception are critical. A small misstep could trigger a chain reaction. Civilians, governments, and businesses are watching closely, understanding that every action has consequences. And there's one factor that could tip the balance, a variable that most people aren't considering. Stay tuned to learn more in the next section. The US public is closely following these developments, while political leaders debate potential strategies. Social media buzz reflects both concern and speculation, as people worldwide try to understand what might happen next. In Iran, public opinion is cautious but tense. Analysts note that government messaging is designed to project strength while avoiding provocation. What do you think will happen if tensions escalate further? Will diplomacy prevail, or are we heading toward a larger conflict? Comment below, we want to hear your opinion. The world is watching, and every action in the coming days could influence both regional and global outcomes. To summarize, the deployment of US elite troops near Iran marks a tense moment in international relations, while the full consequences remain unknown. The situation clearly demonstrates the importance of strategy, diplomacy, and careful observation. The deployment is strategic and signals readiness. Regional and global impacts are likely, including economic and political consequences. Experts warn of potential escalation, but paths for diplomacy still exist. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments.